Grace's room. I kind of felt like doing a challenge this week, so we're going to be trying some of the most viral beauty trends that I've seen online lately, because as we know, there always seems to be some new trend or hack that's circulating the internet. I think all of these ones come from TikTok. I have one from Instagram that I found that looked kind of interesting. Most of them are going to be makeup trends. I did throw a couple hair hacks in there as well, because you know that kind of comes under the beauty umbrella. Some of these trends are probably a little bit old, but I've had them saved in my favorites for so long, so I'm very keen to finally try them. I think it was definitely more popular on TikTok. I saw it a lot last year, but people were basically putting a bunch of blush all over their face to make it look like they had a sunburn. They would put concealer around their neck to make it look like they had like a necklace tan line. I suppose it's kind of a smarter way to make yourself look really sun-kissed without actually going out there and burning your skin, because we all know that is not healthy to do. This one, I had to change it to a tank top because I feel like it's gonna get a little bit messy, because we need to give ourselves a sunburn. I don't really have any liquid blushes that I feel like would be the right sunburn shade. We might have to do a bit of mixing. I kind of feel like this is a very good hack because, as you guys would know, it's like winter at the moment here in Australia. So that way I can trick everyone to thinking I've just been on like a little tropical holiday or something. I mean, obviously I don't encourage getting an actual sunburn. That's not healthy at all. But like, you know, sometimes a little sun-kissed look can look good. Let's blend it out. This part kind of looks really fun. Basically, we grab the concealer and you place it like where you would normally get a tan line. So let's try and like recreate my necklace that I wear all the time. I'm gonna do like the little scroll there. Okay, I think we're done. So guys, I just came back from Hawaii and I got burnt. What can I say? You know what? I actually don't hate it as much as I thought I might. It's kind of cute. Like maybe I definitely wouldn't go this hard. I think I'd just do maybe a little bit more of a subtle blush look. I'm gonna give this trend 3 stars out of 5. This trend has been popular for a while and I've never gotten around to trying it, but it's those cushion foundations. They normally come from like the Korean makeup brands. We're gonna be specifically trying the one from the Tia brand. I think that was the most popular one that was going around, but every time someone uses it, their skin looks flawless. So I'm hoping I get that same effect. There were so many shades to choose from there. I just picked out the one that I felt like matched the best on my skin. I have seen videos online saying that this foundation oxidizes really easily, which means it can look a lot darker once it dries down. I picked up shade 21W, Natural Ivory. Little unboxing. So when we open it up, we have our mirror, sponge. Here it is. It looks very spongy. So I did watch a couple videos because, you know, it has very mixed reviews, this foundation. Apparently you're supposed to pat it into the sponge and then you're supposed to sort of lightly tap it off some of the excess. Okay, let's see. I'm actually really excited. Oh wow, that is so full coverage. Wow. Immediately shade match, we flopped. Oh well, we're gonna have to blend it out really well, I guess. I don't know if it's the lighting, but I feel like the color doesn't actually look that bad now that I've sort of blended it in. Like, it's not a crazy difference from my neck. Maybe I was just being a little bit dramatic there. The finish of it is nothing like insane, like it's not immaculate, but it definitely doesn't look bad. I mean, I'm not sure compared to other foundations whether it's anything like to write home about, but I definitely don't mind it. I'll probably give it 3 stars out of 5. I will definitely need to test the longevity of it at another stage, but I'll keep it on for the next hack I do so I can see how it looks under a couple other products. But for now, I don't hate it. This trend has also been around for a little while, but I've always been really interested to see if it actually works, and it's Ombre concealer. Basically what you do is you put on like a bunch of like different colored concealers, like from light to dark, and the darkest shade is normally like a blush or something, so it kind of creates like a nice ombre sun-kissed look. So I've collected some concealers and blushes that I think will look good. This is definitely the lightest concealer I own from Tarte, the Shape Tape. I'm gonna do my Rare Beauty concealer because it is definitely a shade darker. I'm just gonna do a little dot of this because, as we know, they are very pigmented, these blushes. And then finally, I'm gonna use this blush here from Maybelline. It's the darkest one I have. I saw that apparently you shouldn't just like blend it all together like you normally do with concealer. You should kind of go one at a time, otherwise it will kind of muddle all the colors. I feel like I did that one pretty correctly. I just feel like it doesn't look that good on me. I'm gonna give this one like maybe 1.5 stars out of 5. It's not a bad trend. Like, I feel like it looked really nice on her. I think it's just depending on the person and depending on the look that you want. It's just not something I would use. I'm slightly skeptical about this next trend, but it does look really cool. You basically create like a stamp with your palm to help with like blush, contour, and concealer placement. And you pretty much put the concealer, blush, and the contour in the lines in your palm and like stamp it onto your face. So let's see if this one works. Okay, let's start off with concealer, then let's do blush, and then finally let's do contour. And now let's press it onto my skin. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's blend this out. That is just not where you place blush at all. Let's try it again on this side, see if, you know, we can get a little bit more success. It's probably just taking off all my foundation as well. I'm gonna get all the product off my hand. Gorgeous, I should just leave it like this. Yeah, so that's gonna be the completed look. It's probably not something I'm gonna be using again. I don't think the placement worked out that well for me. I'm gonna give this one 1 out of 5 stars. My hand's now messy. I probably won't be returning back to this one, but let me know if it works for any of you guys. This trend I've seen on my For You page a lot lately. It's a little eyeshadow hack. You use a little cotton bud to stamp dots onto your eye, and then you blend it out with the cotton bud, and it makes this really nice eyeshadow look. I'm really excited for this one. We're basically swapping out all eyeshadow brushes for just Q-tips or cotton bud. I'm specifically going to be following this girl's tutorial. She does like a really nice black smoky feline eye. So firstly, she starts off by putting tape, dip her cotton bud in some black eyeshadow. Now we're going to take some brown eyeshadow, and then she just blends it out using the cotton bud. Do you see this? This does not look at all like how she did hers. Remove this tape. Well, that just doesn't look at all like her one did. Are you guys ready for the final look? Yeah, I know. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? It looks like how I used to do my eyeshadow back in like year 3. I'm gonna give this one 2 stars out of 5 because you probably could make it work if you had to. Like, I reckon I wouldn't do the whole dotting technique. I'd probably just put pigment straight onto the cotton bud and then blend it out. I reckon you get a better look like that. This one, again, is a bit more of a trending product rather than an actual hack, and it is lip stains. Specifically, the ones that Huda Beauty has just released seem to be the most viral ones at the moment, so I was able to get my hands on one of them because they're all sold out. But I definitely want to test it to see if it actually budges at all. Okay, we're going barefaced now. I took off all that makeup. So this is the shade I was able to get my hands on from Huda Beauty. It is the shade Baby Pink. Normally I would use something a bit more like a darker brown, but this was literally all I could get. I'd much rather reapply lip gloss than lip liner throughout the day, so that's why I think it would be very good if this one works. That way you can just pop it on at the start of the day and then you don't have to worry about it. It feels like I'm wiping a text on. Oh, it's actually not too bad. It's like a subtle pink. Can you guys see that? Maybe this would be good for, like, you know, days where I feel like wearing something a little bit more natural. I'm gonna top this one off with a little bit of the Huda Beauty Faux Filler lip gloss. Here's the look. I really like that. That shade is a lot prettier than I thought it would be, if I'm being totally honest. I thought it was just gonna be too bright. I've let it dry down for about 5 to 10 minutes. Let's do a little like pat test to see whether it transfers at all. Can you guys see pink? I can't see anything. No. It's clear. What about like smudging? Like, does it smudge at all? That is pretty stuck down, isn't it? I'm gonna give this maybe like 4.8 stars out of 5. Would recommend. This hair trend comes from a hairdresser I saw on Instagram, and their video went so viral because they held their client's hair up almost like in a ponytail shape, and they just put the hairdryer directly on it, and then when they let go of the hair, it created like this really nice blow wave look. I'm actually praying that this trend works because I already take 5 years to get ready, so this will definitely cut that time in half. There were very minimal instructions for this next hack. It was just like a plain video. I straightened my hair the other day, so hopefully it's not gonna be too stubborn, my hair. All right, let's give it a go. Well, that was actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Firstly, they burned my hand to try and dry it, and also the layers did not help at all, or my hair kept falling out, which was very annoying. But anyway, let's do the big reveal. 3, 2, 1. Okay, well, I didn't have beautiful blowout like she did when they dropped it. Yeah, I mean, like, if you want like a really subtle loose blowout, then maybe this could work. But like, it was just so inconvenient. My arm got tired. My hand is really hot now as well. I'm gonna give this one 1 star out of 5. This barely worked. This hack is another way to give yourself a very quick and easy blowout, and it is basically flipping your hair upside down and just like curling the ends, and then when you flip it back, it kind of gives like a really nice subtle blow wave look. Let's see if we can salvage this hair and actually give ourselves a blowout this time. So what I have to do is flip my hair upside down. I might have to stand up for this one. And now I just basically have to like curl the edges. I sort of do this already when I straighten my hair. I just don't like flip all my hair upside down. Hey, wait a minute. That kind of worked. Do you see that? That was definitely like so easy to do. That took like not even 5 minutes. 4 stars out of 5. I always see people doing this one on TikTok where they clip the front section of their hair with a claw clip and it's supposed to help give them volume. I did see one hairdresser just sort of like use a bit of hairspray and a hairdryer to kind of help speed up the process. So maybe we'll be doing that for the sake of time today. So normally with this one, people leave the claw clip in their hair for like a little while, just like that. But I'm a bit impatient. Chucked a little bit of hairspray in there too, and then dried it with the hairdryer. Okay, let's see. Oh, what? Kind of flat again. What? I spent so long doing that. Probably looks better if you've like left your hair wet as well and it dries with the claw clip in. But for now, I'm gonna give this one 1.5 stars out of 5. The final beauty trend I really want to try, I hope this one works, it will be such a game changer, and that is using a face primer on the spots you normally put your perfume on to help make the perfume last even longer. Because I always have that problem where I put perfume on and it seems really strong at the time, but then like an hour later, I can't even smell it anymore. I've been going at this for so long, it is currently dark outside. It was not dark when I started this video. Anyway, so this perfume has probably been on my wrist for like an hour or so now, and I can 100% still smells it. It still smells very strong, actually. It's very strong on my wrist still. I mean, I'm not sure if you know if you use a different perfume, whether that would like last longer, if it's maybe a little bit of a weaker scent. I mean, to be fair, it's only really strong like when I really go up to smell it. You know, if I was kind of waving my wrist around, I don't really feel like it leaves much of a trail. I'll give it 3 stars for now out of 5, but that definitely could be subject to change. And like my wrists don't like feel sticky or anything like that at all, so it's not like it's like really inconvenient to put the primer on your wrists. While I always love testing out these new beauty trends to see if they actually work or if they're just a bit more of like a gimmick, I was pleasantly surprised with some of the hacks. I feel like we had maybe more fails than success today, if I'm being honest. Favorite, definitely, I know this is more of a product, but it has to go to the Huda Beauty lip stain. I loved how this one turned out. The shade definitely surprised me as well. I cannot wait for Sephora to finally restock the other shade so I can give like the brown one a go. The face palm thing definitely had to be the worst one though, like that just did not work at all. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video entertaining, maybe helpful too. Don't forget to check out my Instagram at grace.mulgrew and my TikTok at grace.mulgrew, and I'll see you guys next time on Grace's Room. Bye for now.